พี่เลิฟคุณสาคุณสาอาญา
คนที่ฉันรักคือไออุ่น
Hey, welcome to Wouldn't Be a Drama, a Geo Drama podcast. I am your host, Jazz, and today we are joined by a special guest. If any of you read fan fiction whatsoever, and you follow Gap fan fiction in particular, you might be familiar with this author. Um, she has written a fan fiction called My Darling Little Wife. Hopefully, I got that right. I'm pretty sure I got it right. It's a Sam and Mon fanfic. And I am joined today by Misty. Misty, how are you?
Tired. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing all right. I'm also a little tired. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm doing okay.
That's life. Work
Yeah.
balance.
It is life, yes. It's the weekend though, thank God. I'm so happy it's the weekend. So today Linda is out of town, so she wasn't able to record. So today I figured, you know what? Let's have a guest on the podcast today. And today we are just going to be talking about Gap the series. It's been 2 years since I've seen Gap. Since it aired. So I'm gonna try to remember as much as I possibly can in the last 2 years. But I think I remember most of it. I think I do.
Most of it. There's 12 episodes. It feels like there's 30.
Yeah.
They're like an hour long each. The sections, correct?
That's fair. Yeah. It's not nearly as long as the Loyal Pin was. I mean, the Loyal Pin I think was also like, what was it?
Oh, I have to be honest. We haven't finished that.
You haven't finished it yet?
We stopped at like 9.
That's fair.
Well, like we have to watch. Right before I came here, she's like, "We need to finish it," and I'm like, "Do we?" I think we know how it ends, but do we?
I mean, it's a good series. It is a good series. It's long though, but it is a good series. It took me a little bit to finish that one. It really did. But it was good. It just took me a while to watch it because it was so long and I didn't have that much time.
I think the problem for me is that it premiered. Me and my girlfriend went on a trip while it was airing. And then when we came back, we were like 3. It had already premiered. It was maybe the 3rd, 4th episode. And we're like, we won't be able to catch up and watch with everyone. For about from July to August. And most of September we were gone. So we weren't really connected to the internet. Like even I wasn't on the phone all day. It was something. But for Gap, I watched every single episode when it debuted. So, well, after the first one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so are you ready to talk about Gap?
Yes, that's why we're here.
Let's get into it.
That's why we're here.
So, okay, so what is the premise of Gap the series? So, right, we have Sam and we have Mon. Those are the two mains, right? Mon is, freshly out of college, and she, ever since she was little, she's like idolized just one person that she met in school. She just idolized this person.
I think she was like 8?
Yeah, she's like, no,
8?
maybe a little bit. I think she's 10.
10?
Yeah, because it's like 12 years later into the series when they're all adults. So I think she's like 22 when she starts working with Sam.
From what I understood, she was about 23, according to the book. I read the book.
I didn't read the book.
According to the book, she's about 23, 24 when she ends up working for Diversity.
Okay. See, I didn't read the book. I just went off the series. So I just assumed she's like 22.
I read when the fans were barely trying to like translate because there wasn't a direct translation.
Right.
So somebody was trying to translate it, and I read that translation, so I'm not sure if it's the exact same. Okay. From what I understood, she was around 10, 8-ish when they met.
She was little.
And then, and then
because then I know the age gap is like 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam's like 8 years older than she is. Right. And so yeah, Mon, she idolized Sam ever since she was a little kid because Sam helped her with bullies and stuff. And then, you know, she kind of low key stalked Sam.
Oh no, she totally stopped.
She did.
So
She stalked Sam.
like, I understand that. So in this universe, like Sam is the technically she's like a duchess,
Mhm.
so she's like
She's like a
direct line for the
yeah, she's
throne,
like a
not
princess
completely because
kind
it's
of.
like
Yeah.
other people, and her life would be in the spotlight. But I don't think people would know what school she's going to.
No.
So like,
No, not
no,
unless you're like really into the royal family. Probably not.
right, right.
But yeah, she stalked Sam. Like she went to the same college as Sam did. Like she worked hard to make sure that she went to the same college that Sam did. And then she got a job with Sam's company. Um and you know, I watched some of the episodes back just to get a feel
Mhm.
for them. And watching Mon be so optimistic, you know, about working with Sam and seeing how nice and how kind Sam is. And then getting the reality that Sam is very cold and honestly a little rude to her employees. A little bit. She's a little rude to her employees. She's very strict. Very, very strict. Like she will not allow anyone in her company to date each other. She's that strict. And if they do, then she fires them. And it's like, wow. And even Sam is like, even Mon, I mean, it's like, are you the same person that I've been idolizing for the last 12 years? It's like, yeah, no, that's her. That is her. Um, but yeah, no, Sam really is. She is very, she's cold in a cool way, if that makes sense. You know, like she gives off this cool aura, but then she's just really cold. Um,
I feel like she's one of those people you watch in like a Chinese drama or like a Korean drama, and they're the
mm,
CEO and they're like cold and whatever. But at the same time, I take into account that she's technically royalty, so she has to distance herself from people at a certain degree.
yeah, she has an image she has
So,
to uphold.
right, so she doesn't know people the same way like normal people do. So it's a little
Exactly.
weird. Um,
She's
plus her
she's a
grandma.
little out of touch, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny because she's running like a social media company. She has to
Right,
keep up on
right.
trends and stuff, and
But
she's
she's
very out
probably
of
just
touch.
hiding. She's not paying attention.
Yeah, no.
She's just hiding stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, we learn a lot more about Sam too, though, because she's going through a lot. Like her family life is not ideal. Not the way people will probably think that it is, because you know her grandma is also very very strict with her and her sisters to the point that she's picking out suitable matches for them, suitable men for them. Let's just be blunt. She wants her granddaughters to get married and be pregnant all the time. And Sam is engaged to, what is he, the vice president of her company or something like that? Is it the
Vice
vice
president?
president?
I think so.
Yeah, Cook. I go.
Partner? Maybe
Yeah,
just partner. Business
partner.
partner.
Yeah, the business partners, and she's engaged to him. She doesn't want to be, but you know she's engaged to him. Um, but you would never know it just by looking at them because he tries to be lovey dovey to her, and she's just like, no, go away, get away from me, please, just stay away from me. uh, but but yeah, no, it's this series. It's a lot funnier than I thought that I remembered it being. You
Hmm.
know, there's just little things that happens in this series that's just hilarious to me. I think you mentioned this one earlier before we started recording when because Sam is afraid of pretty much anything. She's a big scaredy cat. She does not like ghost stories, horror movies, or anything like that. And when she's in the company by herself, you know, she thinks that she sees a ghost, or she thinks there's a ghost in the office, and it turns out to just be Mon. And she smacks Mon in the head because she thinks she's a ghost. It was hilarious. It was really funny.
Yeah, like for some reason, Sam is the butt of the joke most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And it's
especially
either
with her
because
friends.
her friends or she just can't connect to what's happening.
Yeah.
Especially when she like they have between Mon and Sam they have a little fights that love fights, spats.
Right.
Always Sam like looking like she's the one that messed up. It's not
Yeah.
if it's Mon, it's usually because she's in the wrong place at the wrong time. But it's
Right.
usually just
Right. Right.
out of pocket.
I will say all the scenes with Mon and Sam's friends, Jim, T, and Cade, it's such a good time. I love her
Mm-hmm.
friends. Her friends are hilarious, especially Jim. I don't know. It's just something about Jim. She's just so funny. Um, especially when when Sam brings Mon to meet them for the first
Mm-hmm.
time. Um, and all of them are like, she never brings people to meet us. Like she hasn't even brought her fiance to meet us yet, and she's bringing you. What's going on? Are you guys together? What's going on? And Mon's just like, I don't, I, I don't
Just
know what to tell you.
I wanted to go
It's just
home.
right. Like I wanted to go home, and she dragged me here. She said we were gonna go eat something, so I was like, okay, sure.
She kidnapped me from the day before.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And then the friends end up telling Mon, like, oh, Sam, she always does the opposite. Oh, she always means the opposite of what she says, and that's gonna get her in trouble later. But Sam, she always does the opposite. I don't know if it's because she doesn't want people to know. I think it's because she doesn't want people to know anything about her, so she just says the opposite of what she really means and what she really wants to do.
I would classify her as like a tsunade.
Yeah,
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 tsunade.
yeah.
Not completely, but just enough where you can see it. It's
I can agree
some.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah. So every time Mon asks her a question or asks her anything, Sam says something, and Mon's like, "Okay, so you said you hate that, so you really like it." She uses that to her advantage at work because when she's asking Sam questions about work, and Sam's like, "No, I don't like that." She's like, "All right, so you really do like this, so we'll keep that." She's like, "All right, what about this?" And Sam's starting to catch on, and she's like, "Are you? What did my friends tell you? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Just that I know that you mean the opposite of what you actually say." Um, but I don't know. I think watching the episodes back and seeing how playful Sam is with Mon, I kind of forgot that she was so playful with Mon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you remember, like when she's kind of sort of starting to get close to Mon a little bit, like she's texting her all the time, like with stickers and little stuff like
Oh yeah.
that. Yeah, and she's just being very playful, borderline flirty, but mostly playful. And it's just like, yeah, I kind of forgot that Sam had that playful side to her. Because I think I remember mostly the last few episodes when she's very, very serious and very, very closed off,
Mm-hmm.
because of the engagement and stuff like that. I forgot how silly Sam is.
Yeah. No, she from the beginning she had a soft spot for Mon, but as
Mm-hmm.
their relationship progresses, like when they actually decide to be together,
Right.
she
Especially
basically
after
took
she.
her out. Yeah, she took her out on a shopping trip and just
Right.
bought her everything she wanted. Like, what do you want? You want that? I'll get you that. You don't want it? I
Yeah.
don't care. I'll get it for you.
Right. And Mon was looking at like lacy lingerie, and Sam's like, "Okay, yeah, we'll get that too." She's like, "No, I wasn't. I didn't want it. I was just looking at it." But yeah, no, it's yeah. Sam is. Who's your favorite character between Sam and Mon? Like, who's your favorite?
Personally, I like Sam.
Sam. Okay.
Uh, she's multifaceted as a
Mm-hmm.
person, and well, she did a lot of stupid stuff, especially at the end of the series. It's like it's a person you can understand where she's
Mm-hmm.
coming from.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like Mon. It's just I
Right.
feel like they added more character depth for Sam as they
Mm-hmm.
were writing the the series. But when you read the book, it's called Gap Pink Theory. That's what it's called actually. The
Mm-hmm.
book. It's in Mon's perspective the entire way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Okay.
And it actually tells you the amount of time that passes by.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think I don't remember if it's happens in an entire year. The whole situation.
That's what I kind of assumed. Like watching the
Yeah.
show, that's what I kind of
Mhm.
assumed is that all happened in like a year, except for like the end of it. 'Cause I think they did a time jump at some point. I think I don't remember,
Yeah. No, but
but
when reading the book, it gives more depth into Mon,
mhm.
which I think they should have done that in the series because you can
Yeah,
only get certain stuff from seeing Mon interact. And while Becky is a really good actress,
mhm.
they just need a little bit more extra to push at least her side of the
Right.
story.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Um, both of them are really good actresses. They're
Yeah.
so good, and I don't know. Maybe you could tell me. Does this part happen in the book? Like the scene where um Sam and Mon have the big fight, and Mon is hanging out with Nope, and Nope is trying to make her feel better, and then Sam, kind of calls her what she calls her.
I think so,
Did that
yes.
happen in the book? Okay.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
I do remember Mon talking about how she's with Yuki and Nope whenever she's not at
Mm,
work.
right.
Um, and because Sam's getting more attached, she's around there more. I
Sam
don't
is
remember.
very jealous. Sam is very jealous, by the way. She's a very jealous
She
character.
is.
She
There's actually, if I remember correctly, there's more like love spats between them at work in the book in the series. And Ya is actually still in the book, and she's like, "You shouldn't act that way around Lady Sam. Like she's our boss." And she's like, "I
Mm.
don't care." She's like, "I don't care. You piss me off. I don't care."
Yeah, she's like, no, she needs to learn her lesson. Yeah, no, because I did notice, like, watching the couple episodes that I watched before this, I feel like Sam already had like a soft spot for Mon, but
Mm-hmm.
I think what made her even more attracted to Mon in the beginning is because Mon never gave in to her. Like, she would tell Sam no, and Sam's not used to being told no. So when Mon doesn't give her what she wants, I think there was one scene. What was it? I think it was a scene, and when they were in Sam's office, and I think Sam wanted to like take her out for lunch or something, and Mon said no, I'm not gonna do that. And then
Mm.
Sam tells her, I think it was one of the things where Sam's like, I want to bite your nose or something like that, and Mom's like, no. And Sam's like,
I
no one tells me no, and Mom's like, well, I guess I'll be the first person to tell you no.
I remember the scene where Sam wants to apologize to her and brings food for the entire
Oh yeah,
office.
yeah, yeah.
Doesn't want to look like she cares that much about Mon. But either way, she goes and has like a specific bag just for Mon, and it's
Mm-hmm.
even pink and everything. And then she goes, "This is for you." A specific bag for her.
Right,
And then Mon's like, "I don't want that anyway. You can have that." And then I think Kurt goes, "Okay, I'll take it."
right. Yeah, Kurt just helps
And then she
himself.
ends up in the office by herself until Kurt gets involved.
Yeah, yeah. And
Alright.
then Sam being jealous of Nope all the time.
Alright.
uh, Especially when, like, after I think it was, yeah, after like doing the scene where Sam and Mon almost kiss in Sam's car, and Nope comes out and kind of stops it, and both Nope and Sam are being so protective of Mon. It's scary. Like, they're both trying to assert their dominance against Mon, and Sam is not backing down to the point that she kind of forces Mon to tell Nope, like, you need to put him in his place.
Mhm.
Tell him what you guys' relationship is. Like, and then Mon's like, okay, yeah, fine, I do need to do that. Because Mon knows that Nope likes her. She's just been trying to ignore it this whole time.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm
In the
assuming
book,
this is,
in the
yes, I'm
book,
assuming it's the same.
yes, in the book, Mon is like, "I know he likes me, like, but I don't really like him. He's my friend, and this and
Mm-hmm.
this." Um, which is kind of it's sad in a way because Nope is very always whatever Mon wants, he gives it to her.
Mm,
Which is similar to Kirk with Sam.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you don't like somebody, you need to tell them you don't like them.
Yeah, you need to tell them that. Yeah, don't let them assume that you do like them. just tell them.
Right.
Be straightforward at the beginning. Like, yeah, we are friends. That is it. um.
No, but when mom pushed him,
Oh yeah.
that was so dramatic. And then the water turns on, and then
Hey, it was good cinematography.
it was.
It was good cinematography. It
And
was
then it just
dramatic,
said
but it was good
no gain or
cinematography.
something.
Yeah, yeah. It made people feel for Nope a little bit, probably. I don't know how many people feel for Nope, but I'm sure there's some people that do. I did feel bad for him. I did feel bad for him. I was like, you needed to know she does not like you like that. You needed to know. But the one thing that I wish that they had done in the series, and I'm sure I'm sure this probably like happened a lot more in the book just because there's more space to. But
Mhm.
I wish that they would have, um, like emphasized, I think, the age gap between Mon and Sam a little bit more in the series. Because if you don't know and you're just watching the series, like you would think that they're around the same age.
Right, because Freen and Becky are like what,
Becky are the same age,
three
yeah.
years apart?
Yeah, I think they're like 3 or 4 years apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They look
Yeah.
this about the same age, so
They
it's a
look the
little
same age.
right.
But I wish they would have emphasized the age gap part a little bit more. But
I
I
just think
mean,
it. I think they should have just dressed Freen a little bit different.
mm,
Maybe that would have changed it.
have
Have you
you?
seen the teaser trailer or the trailer that first came out where it was like
Oh,
them
that
trying to get the funds to make it or approved to make it?
was that the one with like the big makeout scene in the elevator.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, I started watching it at one point, and then um, I got distracted, I think, and I just never finished watching the whole thing. Like I saw the makeout scene in the elevator, but I didn't watch anything else.
Well, if
I
you
need
don't
to.
watch that, you just can watch that entire clip because it's basically the entire
Oh,
show in
okay.
like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
In those scenes, Freen is actually a little bit more styled, more
Mm,
older looking.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of funny. I find it very interesting that if they had the same budget that they did for the Loyal Pin for
Mm-hmm.
Gap, it would have been 2-3 times more better, just
You
because of
think
the
so?
style. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, because in Loyal Pin, I think Becky's character is older than Flame's.
Hmm.
Yeah, by like a little bit, maybe. I don't remember. I think she is. And yeah, it played off well. But yeah, no, yeah,
The styling choices. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Styling choices. But I mean, for a debut GL from
Oh
Thailand,
yeah.
Gap, it did really well. It did
It
really
really.
well.
Yeah.
It did really well. And watching it back 2 years later, it holds up. I think it holds up pretty well.
Well, seeing that they've been together this entire time, Farina and Becky,
True.
and then now they have a project with not just them together, but with multiple other
Mm-hmm.
GL actors that are now coming. Like
Yeah.
I just saw
The Four Element
like
series.
a presentation yesterday or the day before where they
Yeah.
all like showed up to show them all together,
Yeah.
and like seeing that how from the beginning to now, like I before I watched Gap, the only other Thai Savick thing that I've ever watched was, I don't know if you've seen it, Yes or No.
Yeah. That was the first one I
Yeah,
watched too. Yeah.
those two. Well, there's three
Yeah.
movies. I watched the first two, so that's the only other Thai
Mm-hmm.
GL kind of stuff it is. So.
I was thinking about that the other day because I was, well, maybe a week or two ago. So I was trying to think, like, what did I watch first when it comes to Thai GL? Did I watch Gap first or did I watch Yes or No first? I don't remember which one I watched first. Um, I think I might have watched Gap first, and then I was like, "Oh, is there
Mhm.
any more like GL series?" And there wasn't. And then I found Yes or No. Oh, Yes and No, and I watched that,
Yes,
and I was like, "Okay, yeah."
I think
I
I don't
think I
remember like
watched that. I think I
yeah.
watched Gap first.
I remember I watched Yes or No. I'd say ninth, eighth grade.
Oh wow.
So what would that be? 2011, around 2000. I'm dating myself now. Sorry,
I'm trying to think
2011.
how old was I in 2011? I was I was 21 in 2011.
Oh, there you go.
I'm old.
I think a freshman. No. Junior. I think maybe I was a junior, sophomore around that. So I was like 12, 13-ish around that time.
Man, I'm older than
But
you.
it was a long time ago. It was over 10 years ago.
I feel old
So
now.
it's like I remember it showing up because back then there was only YouTube,
Right.
and it would show up on YouTube, and I saw the entire because you would download everything on YouTube.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
watched the entire movie on YouTube, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of stuff. And as I went through the grapevine, because you deep dive for like 3 hours because that's what happens. I saw some clips from like some Filipino stuff and some
yeah.
Japanese stuff, and they're not as like touchy or whatever, but there wasn't really much Thai. It was just that one.
Right.
And it was even more striking to me because I'm mask presenting,
Mm-hmm.
and in Yes or No, it's a mask girl
Right.
and a feminine
And
girl,
it's, but
but
yeah,
in
feminine
Gap,
girl, yeah.
it's two very feminine ladies, and then there's T.
And then it's T. Yeah. T is awesome. I love T. She's great.
No.
I
I
wish
still have
that.
a little bit of anger towards that because T was supposed to be with Yuki, and they had this entire storyline fleshed out for them, and they didn't go through with it.
They didn't
I
go through
don't
with
remember
it.
T's name, the girl's name, but her team had like a fight with, or they just changed producers or whatever, and they weren't giving her what she wanted, so she just didn't do
Oh,
it. Yeah,
that's too bad.
that would have been nice. That would have
That would have
had
been
three.
cool.
Yeah, you would have had three, not including um Nung,
Yeah.
but that would be three different relationships you'd see. It'd be Song with Ice,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd see Monsam, and then Teen Yuki.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't know that happened. That'd be really cool to see. Like a spin-off or something with them. That'd be cool.
yeah. It's that little in that little trailer thing. You
Mm-hmm.
could see little clips of what would have been,
Mm.
which is really sad.
Yeah,
And they were
because
different actresses, if I remember correctly. It was a different girl for Nung
oh, okay,
and
okay,
Song.
yeah,
So it was like a different. As it happens, people just pick up different things, drop things.
right. Because I know, like later on in Gap when Mon and Sam go to, that beach house, um, to like spend time together. Like the other couple that's there, was
Hmm.
it Lux's character?
Yeah, Sharon.
Yeah, I know those two was supposed to be. What was the other couple? I think is it Grace and from oh fudge. I'm drawing a blank. It was supposed to speaking of blank, it was supposed to be
A different series.
yeah. It was from a different series. A series that just came out. Oh my god, why am I blanking on this? Hold on, I gotta look it up.
No, don't worry. I have to go back to the map once in a while. Who's with who? Who did Young not sleep with? Like it's
Right. People are gonna be yelling at me in the comments. What series was that? Mate the series. Have you seen that
mm,
one yet?
no.
The
I
two, I
actually
think
have to sit down.
the two characters that ran that little beach house, it was supposed to be the two main characters from Make the series. That's who those characters were supposed to be. But then I think licensing happened and it didn't work out, so they had to change who the characters'
Maybe
names
the
are.
maybe the author because I've seen the author's the one that's primarily writing
Yeah,
or
yeah,
having the script. Maybe she's like it can make different characters so they won't be completely intersected.
maybe. But yeah,
Then I
I'm
would
pretty
just give Idol Factory the like titan of all the series and then just be making them forever.
right. I mean, it is fun to see though that all of her novels are connected in some way.
Yes, very
Yeah,
impressed.
yeah,
Amazing, actually.
yeah. But yeah, it's really cool the way they have them all connected. Um,
She's what Rolling wants.
yeah,
What
yeah.
Rolling wants.
Okay, so question for you about Gap.
Okay.
When you first watched it versus now, what did you think about the romance scenes for Gap? Did you think they were pretty good? Did you wish that it was better? Did it exceed your expectations? Like, what
Oh,
were your thoughts?
the chemistry was really good. Like
Mm-hmm.
even I remember fangirling. Okay, so I lived with with my mom that time, with my
Yeah.
mom and my little brother, and I'd be in the garage, which would be my bedroom. I made that my bedroom because it's far away from the house, and I don't have to be
Right.
there. And I would lock the door, and have my large widescreen TV turn on, and then I would just watch it, and nobody would be allowed to be with me for like 3 or 4 hours. And even then, for the rest of the day, I'd be thinking about like this is really good. Like it's so good. I need to rewatch it again. Like I watched episode 2, 3 times, and then I'm like, okay,
Just have it
I'm
on
good.
repeat.
I'm good for the week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I
I think
remember I remember one time my little brother like knocked on them and was like, "Mom wants you to come." I'm like, "I can't go out right now. I'm in the middle. I need to end it. I need to
I,
end it. But if I don't finish it." And now when I watch it, I'm just like laughing at myself. Like, oh, it
like,
is
wow, I
good.
really acted like that. Wow.
I still enjoy it. But it's not the same as like I watched Reverse for You 2 weeks ago.
Mm, yeah,
We
good
finished
series.
it. We try to watch maybe 2 to 3 episodes a day, so we finish it. There's 8 episodes. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
And we watched it on Netflix, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty amazing. I remember it was supposed to be on YouTube, and or maybe it was on YouTube and now it's on Netflix. I don't know.
It was,
But
yeah, it was only on Netflix.
I don't remember specifically, but I told my girlfriend that's impressive. Like it's on Netflix. When are we getting Uranus on Uranus on Netflix? I want to see that on Netflix. But I was like, wow, this media is like expanding, but at the same time, it gets me upset because I go to Viki and
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching like these Chinese dramas because for some reason they're they're like
Yeah.
dramatic, but in like a corny way, and I kind of enjoy
Right,
that.
right.
And I'm going through that, and I see that the majority of the Thai dramas are either straight couples or BLs, and there's
Mm-hmm.
only one, and that's 23.5, I think.
Yeah, I think that was on Vicky now. Yeah.
That's the only one that's in there, and I'm like, well, what's with that? Like, you
Yeah.
guys should be giving them more.
There's quite a few on Ike now. I think there's like two or
Mhm.
three on Ike now.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the Chinese.
so
The
it's
Chinese,
it's slowly getting out there, but it's just like we need more. We
they're
need more.
threatened. They're threatened. I went back, or I saw a stat on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. Don't make me
Yeah,
call it.
same, same.
Um, I saw it on Twitter, and this girl's like, so for Gap, they have 60 million views combined, approximately 60 million in all this. And what's it called? The one with the bodyguard lady and the actress. I forgot that name.
Oh, Ling On.
Yeah, so their teaser for that show
Mm-hmm.
has 10 million, 20 million, something around that like.
Mm-hmm.
And basically she went down and like told how each one's, and I'm like, wow, like there's demand.
Yeah,
Why aren't you guys picking it up? Like
I mean,
I
there's like
understand.
I think there's like 20 new GLs coming out between this year and next year. Like there's
Right,
so many
right,
coming out.
right.
We're getting fed when it comes to GL series from Thailand
Hmm.
because they're
Hmm.
releasing so many within the next year or two. It's crazy.
I I dare say that some of the Thai is better than like the American
Oh
stuff,
yeah. Oh yeah.
because sometimes the Americans just like end it like halfway through the
Hmm.
storyline, or
Or like
somebody's
American
putting
shows,
different
they have
sexual like
yeah. I feel like American shows too. Some of them, I feel like they only have like a lesbian couple there just to say that there's a lesbian couple there.
right, right.
Like they don't really focus on it like they do with the Thai GL
Or it's
series.
like them just coming out and that's the entire
Hmm.
storyline. It's like there's more than that.
But
But
yeah,
that's what I
no, would
the most I love about Gap specifically is that it besides it being a good piece of media, it actually made people more interested in
exactly.
making more
It
stuff like
opened the
this.
door. They really did
Yeah,
open the door. They really did,
yeah. Mhm.
and they did a
Mhm.
good job. Because if they didn't, we wouldn't have what we have now when it comes to media and the GL series space in Thailand. So yeah, I'll give my props to Gap and to Idol Factory, Flame Becky, all of them. They put in the work. They put in the work, and they did a fantastic job. But yeah, um, but yeah, going back to what you were saying, like when you first saw the romance scenes and you would lock yourself away to just watch those
Yeah.
scenes.
Like, was it shameful for me, or
Luckily
did I
for
just want to
me,
be alone?
luckily for me, I live by myself, so I didn't have to lock myself away. Um, but yeah, no, I did. I when I first watched them, I was like, wow, okay. Like I was shocked that they went in the way that they did. I was it was a good shock, but I was so shocked. I was like, wow, okay. I never thought I'd see this. Like I think the only other like piece of media that I saw that had, like a love scene like that was, I don't know, back in the day. I'm really dating myself. Back in the day with the Elwood. But even then it was just like meh. But this is like the love scenes in Gap are, they're really good. They're really good.
I
Um
feel like Gap had a similar following. I don't know if you've watched this, but I'm Hispanic, so I watched it. There was a novela a couple of years ago, was it before 2020, BC, before COVID. And it was Amar a Muerte, and it was these two girls,
oh, okay. Wait, I think I heard of that one.
Juliantina. I don't know if you remember that, Juliantina,
Yeah, I think
but
so. I'm only half Hispanic, so there's not a lot of novellas that I watch. But I have
yeah,
heard of some. I have heard of some.
yeah, they were a side character,
Okay.
but somehow it was their relationship that set off the events in the entire show. So somehow they were like the center, but not really the center.
Right.
But that was the first televised uh, lesbian couple on Mexican television, Prime Network too, because it was it was one of the prime slots. It was 8 o'clock, I think, 7 o'clock.
Mm, okay. Okay.
That year that everyone was watching it, everyone from all around the world was watching it. But I remember distinctly because that year during the, let's call it their Oscars for the novelas, I forgot what it's called. Um, they won every single award, and they won the main couple award for the
Mm,
couple of the year. So the only thing that I can equate or make it as close to similar that I can remember to Gap would be Juliantina, and then before that would be what America Media would it be like Flexa,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
or like even Supercorp, even though they weren't together, or what's it called, Santana and Brittany, like
Mm,
those kind of like small, but
side
the
couples, yeah.
yeah, it almost grew to be something bigger than you would imagine.
Right.
That's why I continue to be surprised why people are still interested in the Thai dramas, even though, dang, you guys found something now. It's not cool anymore. You guys.
Hey, I mean, I'm thrilled that people are getting into Thai dramas, especially geo dramas, because the more people are into it, the more that we get,
Right?
and the more we get, the happier I am. So,
You have more jobs.
yeah, I can keep this podcast for a little bit longer.
Jobs sustainable.
um, but yeah, no. So going back to Gap, like I think I think this is probably my favorite scene in probably the entire show. I think, looking back, like thinking back on it, I think it was when, like, right before Mon and Sam decide that they're gonna finally do the deed, and Jim, Jim comes over and gives them a bottle of scotch. Jim comes over and gives them a bottle of scotch and tells them, "Okay, this is what you need to use to lighten the mood." And right before she leaves, she looks at Sam and Mon's hands and she's like, "You got to get rid of those."
We
uh,
pure, okay?
yeah,
No.
leave it to Jim. Jim gives the best advice. Everyone needs a friend like Jim. because she's not wrong. Like they probably didn't need the alcohol. I mean, it probably helped. It did help them, but they didn't need the alcohol. But yeah, they did need to. They did need to remove those nails. They did. So thank goodness that Jim gave them that piece of advice, because Sam and Mon are clueless. Let's just be honest. They're clueless. They don't know what the heck they're doing. They don't know what they're doing.
God, they don't know what's happening.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. The babies. The little babies.
It's kind of cute though. It's like it's their first real relationship for either of them.
Yeah. It was fun though. I think that's probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire show. It was the funniest, I think, in my opinion. I laughed so hard. I think I rewatched that part a few times because it was just so funny. But okay, so I have to ask you this question, since you are a writer and you are writing Gap fan fiction at the moment. Mm-hmm. What do you prefer? Do you prefer top Sam or do you prefer top Mon?
Oh,
both watching and as writing it. So it's two separate. Like if you're watching it, which one do you prefer versus which one do you prefer when you're writing it?
It's kind of funny. I usually start where one is the top and then it like switches halfway through, or like like the first one, it was like Mon was like being aggressive and then turned out to be Sam becoming aggressive at the watching. I think Becky is like very aggro. She's got the beast in her.
She does.
I don't know. I feel like Freen is like a quiet top. Mm. Like if you want her to be, but she's more than likely being like, you can do whatever you like. Personally, I don't know. It's always just what the scene needs. Mm. I don't really. It's whenever I'm writing, it's really rare for it to be something that's triggered by like an event or something. Usually, it's just them being them. Mm-hmm. But in the show, they explored that they both weren't, like you said, when they first did it the first time, they weren't ready. Yeah. But then together they did it.
Yeah.
I feel like in that scene, Sam, being older, she felt like she needed to be the one.
She needed to be the leader. Yeah.
Right. But after that, it was Mon asking for
fair
it.
Game.
In the office, on the couch, in the car.
They found every way possible. They found every location possible to have fun. They did. I'll give that to them. They're braver than me, that's for sure. I could not do that at my job. That scene was funny, especially when the coworker, I can't remember her name right now, but the coworker was just standing outside the office listening in. And I was like, why are you listening? Go away. But
I remember, what's it called? She walked in on, was it Ya and
I think it was Ya.
The other guy, Chin.
Yeah.
And they were in the closet.
Oh, they were in the
and then she walks in. She dropped her bracelet. Mm-hmm. Was it because she was fighting with Kirk? I don't remember.
Yeah, she was fighting with Kirk.
And then she went and she saw them, and they're like frozen in shock. And she just picks up her bracelet and leaves and says, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, she's like, "All right, carry on." She just walks away.
But they don't return the courtesy, and she went to listen. What we're up to, yeah. It was a good one.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I do remember I was so frustrated with the series, like towards the end when I first watched it, because of Grandma. Mm-hmm. The first Grandma we all hated. The first Grandma we all hated. She, oh my gosh, the Grandma. The way that she kept pushing and pushing and pushing for Sam and Kurt to be together, even though, especially after Sam told her, I love Mon, I want to be with Mon. And Grandma, I don't know if she faked that heart attack or not. I don't think she faked it. But when Grandma had her heart attack, and Sam did choose Mon originally. Mm-hmm. Before that, she chose Mon. Like that whole scene that scene made me cry when they were all at Sam's place, her grandma's house, and Noon was there. one of the rare times we see Noon, and Noon's telling Sam like, you need to choose, like you need to take control of your life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam's crying, Mon's crying. Beautiful criers, by the way. I don't look
Yeah.
that good when I cry. Um,
Mon should stop crying. I'm tired
yeah,
of the crying. It's like the fifth, sixth time she's cried.
yeah.
I
But
think there was a joke like she cries to cry in each episode. That's
oh
what
my gosh, so much crying.
with extra
Um,
focus.
but Sam chose Mon in that moment, which I was
Mm-hmm.
like, great, good job, you did good, you did good, kid. And then later that day, when Grandma had her heart attack, or later that night, Grandma had her heart attack,
Yeah.
and Sam switched sides. She's like, I have to be there for my grandma. I can't be with you. Which, I mean, I get it, because that's her grandma. She loves her grandma. I get it. But it was, watching it the first time, it was so frustrating. It was so frustrating because you
What
just want them to
frustrated
be.
what
Hmm,
frustrated me was that Nung knew we knew Nung was there.
yeah,
Why didn't Nung take over and take care of the grandma?
because Noon has her own life.
But then Blank came out and I found out,
But
oh,
it,
they were both
yeah,
they were lesbian and around and grandma
yeah,
was by
yeah. But I think Blank takes place, I think, after
at the
Gap.
same time. No,
At,
it's at the same time.
is that the same time?
Yes. Like
I
right
thought it was
at the end.
after.
Right?
I thought it was after.
After? Huh.
Maybe it's both. I don't
Maybe it's a
know.
year after? What does that
Maybe
sound about right? A year after, you two after? I feel like it's around the same time because why would Nung and Blank be already in Thailand?
she's always been in Thailand. Wasn't she always in Thailand?
No. She was going around, but she wasn't in one place.
Hmm.
Well, whatever. My
I
point
don't
is,
know.
Nung was
I
in
don't
the
know.
vicinity.
I don't know.
She's the older sister.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because she has her own life to live. She wants to be an artist. She doesn't want to be tied down to the palace. She wants to live her own life. But yeah, like we have that whole time period where Sam and Mon are not together, and Sam's friends are trying to like make some kind of sense of all this,
Mhm.
and they're trying to get Sam to talk to Mon, and she just won't. She just refuses to talk to Mon. And as soon as, oh, not even as soon as, Mon tells Jim that she's going back to England, Sam pretends like she doesn't care. She does. But Sam kind of goes on like a hunger strike with Grandma because she doesn't want to get married. So she's trying to, you know, go on a hunger strike to like not get married. And I think that's when Grandma finally woke up and she's like, okay, I've already lost one granddaughter. I don't want to lose two. So yeah, go do whatever you want. I mean, I guess it worked because she gets to be with Mon. Like that whole time when she's chasing Mon down on the highway, and they're finally together afterwards. I was just like, thank God, finally they're together. Finally, after like what 2.5 episodes of nonstop crying and drama, they finally get together. They finally get to stay together. But I'm not gonna lie, I honestly thought like towards the end of the series, I thought that when I first originally watched it, I thought that when Sam was chasing Mon down the highway
Mhm.
on the way to the airport, I thought something bad was gonna happen, like Mom was gonna get into a car accident or something.
Oh my god.
Because I was like,
Fast
this is a
then.
drama. There's gonna be some more drama, but
Um,
there wasn't, and I was so happy that there wasn't. I was happy to be wrong in that moment. Um, sorry, you might hear my dog. She wants attention. Um, but yeah, the ending. I did enjoy the ending. Especially like the time jump at the end where they finally got married as they can, and like as close as they could in Thailand at the time. Um,
well, now they could be married now.
well now they can get married because it's legal now. Um,
I mean,
but yeah,
Freenbeck got married a couple weeks ago. It was like, they did it at the
but
mall. They
the
wanted the
that's the
sub.
mall. But yeah, I was happy that the series ended with like a happy ending, and I'm happy Grandma came around with them at least.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and
I
then
don't know.
we know what
I don't
happened to
know.
Grandma in Blank. We won't get into that, but I'm
Oh
happy
yeah.
that she, yeah, I'm happy
I
that
have,
she
I
came
have more
around.
thoughts for Blank than Gap. That was
You said you have more thoughts on Blank,
yeah, more different thoughts
different
than
thoughts.
Gap.
Did you like Blank? I know there's some people that didn't. Did you like it?
I liked it. Um,
I thought it was great.
Probably if I rewatch it, I'll like it more. But at the time, I was like, "What's her name? Yoko? Is that her name?"
Yoko. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, she's really young. But then I'm like, she's supposed to be young. Misty,
Yeah.
why are you saying she's too young? She has to be young. Weren't you complaining about this in Gap? Like, Brenda did not look. I'm like, huh?
She really wasn't that young. Like in Blank, she really wasn't that young in Blank. Like a lot of people thought that she was like 16 or 15, 16, 17. I was like, nah, she was like 20. She was like 20 years old. But I think it was the fact that she was still in high school. People thought she was a lot younger than what she was, like
Yeah.
her character. But yeah, she was an adult. She was an adult. It
She's
was fine.
consenting.
Yeah,
She's
she was a
consenting.
consenting adult. It was fine. But that's for a different. That's for a different.
Mm-hmm.
A different show. But yeah, no. Overall, I mean, if I had to give a rating for Gap out of 10, 10 being fantastic, for a first Thai GL series, besides like Yes and No, I would probably give this a good 7.5, 8. I thought it was really good. There's obviously
Hmm.
some things that I would have preferred like be fleshed out more, but for what they had, I thought it was really, really good.
I would give it a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Yes. From far away, from seeing it the entire perspective. They try to be the production team trying to be engageful with the actual people that
Mm-hmm.
were watching it and had like meet and greets and like they did lots of stuff.
That's true. That's true.
Some
If I
people
if I
don't,
count all of that, then yeah, I'd probably give it a 9 as well. I didn't count that part, but yeah.
and then they continue to keep freeing back together to
Mm-hmm.
continue to make other stuff that also take that into account because some people they just make one and they're done.
True.
But maybe it's just a Thai thing. I don't know. Maybe it is to keep them together. I haven't thought about
Yeah.
it. Um, I don't know. I just feel that it would be better if, like I said before, if they had T with Yuki the entire because I
The
felt like
entire
that was
show.
missing. You just saw them
Mm-hmm.
together, but you didn't get any context of what's happening unless you read the book.
Right.
I would have liked to get a little bit more of Mon's parents
Yeah.
because we did get a lot of the grandma, but we needed to have that distinction that of like this is why Mon is the way she is, and this is why
Right.
Sam is the way she is.
Right.
We
I
only
think if
got
they
one.
would have made like like a second season of Gap, that would have been cool. If there was 2 seasons of Gap,
What if they had like stopped it where they got into that big fight because of grandma,
and then
and then
carried on
the
afterwards.
second part, yeah.
I mean, that would have been cool too. But I mean, who knows? Maybe in the future they'll do a Gap season 2. Who knows?
No,
At this point,
they'll recast it.
married life with Sam and Mon. That'd be great.
Married life,
Married life with Sam and Mon.
maybe.
I mean, there's gonna be some drama there because there's always issues when it comes to marriage.
Right.
I mean, there's gonna be stuff that happens. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I really like Gap. It was a good series. It still is a good series.
It is, yeah.
Um,
You just pick it
Freen
up.
and Becky, they're great actresses. I can't wait to watch the new series that they have coming out soon. Cranium. It's gonna be so good. I saw the trailer for it. It looks really good. Or the
Yeah.
pilot. Yeah, it looks really good.
Sounds.
They're really good. They're good together. They are a good pair together.
Is it Becky that's gonna make a show with somebody else, or is it Freen? I think it's Freen. Is it?
I don't know.
I saw her with some guy. Promotion?
know.
I have no idea.
I haven't really been following the news lately. Like I've been so busy with other stuff, I haven't been following the news that often. So I have no idea. I know they have the Four Elements series coming out with them,
Yeah, that's the one
Inglot,
that
and the other couple I can't remember their names right now.
Did you see the video of them showing up?
Hmm. Oh no, wait,
No?
the fan meeting video?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
See
not
it?
yet, not yet.
So I'm gonna tell you because you might have to get ready. So they have is it her name Engfa?
Inkfa,
Is that her
yeah,
name?
Inkfa,
She
yeah.
comes out with green.
Oh, I did see that. I
Oh,
saw a little clip of that. I did
and
see
they're
a little
both
clip of that.
wearing suits.
Yeah. I did see a
And
clip
then
of
here
that.
comes who's the one Engfa? Is it Charlotte? Is that her name?
Charlotte, yeah,
Yeah.
Charlotte.
She
I
comes
love
out with
Charlotte.
Becky and they're wearing princess dresses. It's like what? They know their audience. They've had enough time to figure out their.
Yeah, they know the audience. Ingla is. I love Charlotte and Ingva. They're great too. I'm
Yeah. All
looking
right.
forward to the Four Elements series. It's gonna be a good series, I think.
Who are the other two couples?
There's only is there two other couples? I thought it was
Yeah,
just
the
um.
four elements, man.
I know. I just said that. Oh, one of the couples. I can't remember the names. They're fairly new.
Well, I know one is the youngest one, and the other one I don't. The other one is that they did one already. I said from the beginning. She's a bodyguard, and the other one's a doctor or something. No, an actress. That's the other one, but I don't know the fourth one.
Ling. They're not in this one.
No.
No, they're not. They're not one of the couples. Um, it's
I have no idea.
oh.
See, now you can see I don't really pay attention.
People wanted them to be in it, but they have they have their own series that they're working on right now, so I don't think they had the time.
I
It
don't
was
know. I just
supposed
want
to
to
be Fire and Yoko, but then all
yeah, I
that
just want more
drama
pay.
happened. Mimu, Mimu and Apple, is that what the names are?
Mm.
They're fairly new. The other two couples are fairly new, I think, for the most part. So I haven't seen a lot of them yet.
Well, that's the one that I'll probably look into because it's four different couples and four different
Yeah, there's
stories.
four different couples.
Interesting. Of course, Cranium. I'm still waiting for Uranus on U.S. Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. I need to watch Uranus still.
I was half tempted to. We're next to the border, so I'm like, I should just go to Mexico and watch it.
Yeah,
They
Mimu
have
and Apple is the other one. One of the other couples.
Oh, no. Okay, write that down.
And then the final couple is where's the name?
It's okay. I can look for it later, but just like damn.
Namnoon and Noi. Namnoon and Noi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody should make like a podcast where they review all the shows, so I don't have to watch every single show.
If I had the time, if me and Linda had the time, we would be reviewing every show. But I also have a job, so I can't do that. I mean, I can, but it's just going to be a very long time before all those episodes come out. But yeah, it's just it's a lot because I still need to. There's a few that I want to go back through and rewatch and do for the podcast. I want to do Petrichor, the last Inglot series that just came out. I want to do that one. I want to do so many other ones. I just don't have the time, and I'm trying to find time. So, but I'm gonna get to them at some point. I'm gonna get to them. But yeah. So let's go ahead and end that there. Unless there's anything else with Gap you want to talk about real quick.
Not really. I mean, I'm posting an update today on my Patreon.
Yeah. Tell people where they can find you, like what your name is on AO3, what your fanfic is about.
Oh my god, my fanfic. Sorry. So first of all, I have to shout out to my fanfic because that's how I found my girl. People don't know this, but actually she was a reader and then we met on there. So without my fanfic, I won't have met her, and I wouldn't be where I am right now. So in a happy place. So my fanfic is called My Darling Little Wife. It's on AO3. It's under the Gap series tag, and my name is MystBLBK, MystBLBK. Right now there's 63 chapters on there, so I'm hoping to get 70 chapters. Hopefully, let's say in 2 to 3 months. So I'll finish at 70. I haven't decided to write another one yet. It'll probably be like Cranium, maybe even 4 Elements, just to go for it.
Okay.
I try to update at least once every 2 weeks, especially with life going on. But I have a Discord. It's also on my AO3 information. So if you just go there, everything's connected.
Yep. I'll have the fanfic posted in the description down below if you guys want to check it out.
Back to you. Sure.
Yeah, and it's an amazing fanfic. It's probably one of my favorite Gap fanfics out there. It's really good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Still
trying to figure out what's gonna happen, and you're not telling anyone. So I'm still trying to figure out what's gonna happen.
Well, let me see. Hold up. I have the.
No. Don't get spoilers. It's fine.
Let's see.
I like the mystery.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, so the next chapter that I'm about to post, which is on Patreon first, because I feel like. Anyway, that one is basically where the action is going to start for the last stretch.
Okay.
So I'm going to end it in a bang. It's not going to be like Gap, where it's just really quiet and they just get married. And no. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Like, not even my girl has seen it. Like, it's like the Coca-Cola recipe. No one's allowed to look at it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We'll get there when we get there. It'll be fine. But yeah, Misty, thank you so much for joining me, talking about Gap, talking about GL. It's been fun.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a problem. You guys, if you want to follow Misty's fanfic on Sam and Mon, I will have that in the link down in the description below. Make sure you give it a read if you're interested. It's really good. Like I said, 63 chapters and it's going to be 70.
Yeah.
It's a good weekend read. It's a good weekend read.
Weekend.
I mean, it depends on how fast people read.
Wow.
Depends on how fast people read. But yeah, that's today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to us talk about Gap a little bit and fangirl a little bit over Fiend and Becky. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. What was your favorite scene in Gap? What did you like about Gap? What do you wish was a little bit different, if anything? Let me know. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
คนที่ฉันรักคือไออุ่น